11 etiquette hacks only elite men use to level up. Here's a mind-blowing fact. Studies show people make up their minds about your status within 7 seconds of meeting you. Not your wealth, not your job, just how you carry yourself. In this video, you'll learn 11 etiquette hacks that elite men use to silently command respect, build influence, and leave lasting impressions. Stick around till the end for a bonus hack that most people don't even know exists, but it changes the game. Point 1. Never touch your phone when someone is speaking to you. Phones kill presence. Even just glancing at your screen sends a message. You're not worth my full attention. Now, you might not mean it that way, but that's exactly how it lands. Elite men don't just listen, they honor the moment. They know attention is a modern currency, and giving it, that's a quiet flex. You're not just hearing someone, you're showing them they matter. Imagine this, a billionaire investor is talking directly to you. Would you even think about checking a text or scrolling Instagram? Of course not. And that's the mindset elite men carry with everyone. Your boss, your date, the person serving you coffee. Every interaction is a chance to practice presence. When you give someone your undivided attention, you do something very few people do today. You make them feel seen. That kind of presence isn't just polite, it's magnetic. It silently communicates confidence, self-control, and respect. And in a distracted world, that's what makes you unforgettable. Point 2. Always stand to greet someone when being introduced. Standing up to greet someone might seem like a small gesture, but in the world of elite etiquette, it speaks volumes. It says, I see you. I acknowledge you. You matter in this moment. Elite men rise, literally, to meet opportunity and connection. It's not just about manners, it's about energy. When you stay seated, you're passive. When you stand, you instantly become more alert, more engaged, more in control. It's a physical cue that signals respect, confidence, and readiness. Picture this. Someone walks into the room to meet you for the first time. Instead of awkwardly waving from your seat, you rise, make eye contact, offer a genuine smile, and extend a firm, but not crushing handshake. That moment alone can define how they perceive you. This habit is especially powerful in professional settings, where first impressions often become lasting impressions. But it works everywhere, from networking events to dinner parties. The elite understand this. How you show up in the smallest moments reveals everything about the standards you hold. Point 3. Never ask what someone does for a living right away. Asking, so what do you do, within the first few minutes of meeting someone is one of the fastest ways to reduce them to a job title. And elite men know better. Who you are is always more interesting and more telling than what you do. Curiosity is charming. Interrogation is not. Instead, ask something that actually opens up the person in front of you. Try, what's something you're currently excited about? Or, have you read anything interesting lately? Ask about passions, places they've traveled, or even how they spend their weekends. These questions make space for personality, not just profession. Here's the subtle magic. When you show genuine interest in who someone is, status has a way of revealing itself anyway, organically and without effort. You instantly set yourself apart from everyone else trying to size them up. And remember this, people don't walk away remembering your networking skills. They remember how you made them feel. That's what real presence looks like. Point 4. Order the same number of courses as your host at a formal dinner. This is one of those rare etiquette hacks that says everything, without saying a word. Matching the number of courses your host orders is a subtle way of showing social intelligence and respect for the rhythm of the evening. Dining etiquette isn't about the food. It's about harmony. Elite men don't just eat. They read the room. They understand that meals, especially formal ones, are about shared experience, not personal indulgence. So if your host orders a starter and a main, don't be the only one ordering dessert. And if they skip the appetizer, maybe save your tasting tour for another time. This small adjustment communicates something powerful. I'm present, I'm aware, and I value the flow of this interaction. In elite circles, the men who get invited back aren't always the flashiest or the funniest. They're the ones who make others feel comfortable and understood. And social calibration like this, that's what makes you unforgettable at the table. Point 5. Don't announce you're going to the bathroom. Just excuse yourself. There's no need to broadcast your next destination, especially if that destination involves plumbing. Elite men understand that not everything needs to be said out loud, especially the obvious. Excuse yourself with elegance. No need for announcements. Saying, I need to use the bathroom, or I'll be right back, I have to pee, might seem harmless, but it pulls the energy of the conversation into an awkward, unnecessary detour. Instead, a simple, excuse me for a moment, keeps things smooth, clean, and classy. It's not about being secretive, it's about being socially polished. You're not lying. You're just choosing grace over detail. Think of it like closing a door gently instead of slamming it. It's the same action, but one leaves a better impression. Elite men know that the way you exit a moment is just as important as how you enter it. And trust this, when you move with quiet confidence, people notice, even when you're just stepping away. Point 6. Send thank you messages within 24 hours of receiving help or a favor. This right here is the forgotten art of follow-through. Most people receive a favor and move on, but elite men, they circle back with gratitude. Gratitude is power in disguise. A simple thank you, whether it's a quick text, a thoughtful call, or a handwritten note, instantly elevates how others see you. It shows you don't take help for granted. You noticed, you appreciated, you cared enough to say so. And here's the science behind it. Harvard research shows that people who express gratitude are seen as more competent, more warm, and more trustworthy. Yes, more competent, just for saying thank you. Want to make it land even harder? Make it specific. Instead of a generic thanks, say, thank you for connecting me with Sarah. Our conversation opened up a whole new direction for me. That little detail makes it real, memorable. Elite men know this. While most people focus on the ask, real respect is earned in the follow-up. Say thank you, and say it well. Point 7. Never bring up money in group social settings. Bringing up money, how much you make, what you bought, or what something costs, might seem casual, even honest. But in elite circles, it's rarely a good move. Status whispers. Insecurity shouts. Elite men understand that real confidence doesn't need a price tag attached to every sentence. Talking about money in social settings can easily sound like bragging, or worse, like you're trying too hard to prove something. That's not presence, that's performance. Now, if someone else brings it up, no need to get awkward. Just redirect with grace. Say something like, yeah, but what really impressed me was how it was designed, or honestly, the story behind it is what caught my attention. That kind of pivot moves the conversation from price to value, from surface to substance. Because here's the truth. People are far more drawn to what you notice than what you own. Elite men let their taste, insight, and calm self-assurance do the talking. You don't need to flash wealth when your character already shines. Point 8. Keep a neutral facial expression when listening, even if you disagree. Your face speaks before you do. A raised eyebrow, a smirk, or even a subtle eye roll can reveal more than words ever could. That's why elite men train themselves to listen with calm, collected expressions, especially when they disagree. Composure is charisma. It doesn't mean you suppress your thoughts. It means you own your response. You choose when and how to express yourself, never letting emotions hijack your presence. Let's say someone says something off, maybe even provocative. Most people jump in, interrupt, or react with their face before they speak. But not you. You let them finish. You hold your posture. Then, when the moment is right, you respond. Not to win, but to clarify, connect, or correct with intention. This emotional restraint doesn't make you cold. It makes you unshakable. It tells the room you're not easily rattled. And in high-level conversations, that's a rare kind of power. The man who keeps his cool keeps his influence. Point 9. Hold doors open even if you're in a hurry, especially for the elderly. This tiny gesture might seem old-fashioned, but in the world of elite etiquette, it's a silent hallmark of class. Holding the door isn't about showing off. It's about showing up. For others. Class isn't loud. It's generous. When you hold the door, especially for the elderly or someone with their hands full, you're saying, I see you. I'm not in such a rush that I forget you exist. And here's the secret. Other people notice, even when they pretend not to. The woman behind you, the colleague across the lobby, that stranger watching from a distance. These moments add up to a reputation. Elite men treat kindness as a habit, not an event. They understand that small acts of grace are often the ones that speak the loudest. And when you make this your standard, even when you're busy, even when no one's watching, you send a clear message. My pace never outruns my principles. It's not just a door, it's a mirror of your character. Point 10. Avoid showing frustration when plans change suddenly. Plans change, meetings get rescheduled, people cancel. Life has a habit of shifting without notice. But what doesn't have to shift is your attitude. Flexibility is the highest form of confidence. Elite men don't flinch when things don't go as expected. They don't take it personally, and they definitely don't complain. They pivot gracefully. Instead of reacting with, "Are you serious right now?" they say, "No worries. Let me know what works better." That one sentence, it signals maturity, composure, and control. Because here's the truth. Anyone can stay cool when things go according to plan. But the man who remains composed when they don't, that's the one who commands trust. In high-stakes environments, whether business or personal, people are drawn to steady energy. The person who doesn't add chaos, but diffuses it. When you show you're unbothered by change, you don't just look confident, you are confident. And in a world full of flared tempers and frayed nerves, that makes you the one they count on. Point 11. Walk on the street side when walking with a woman. Yes, it's old school, and yes, it still matters. Walking on the street side may have started in the era of horse-drawn carriages and muddy roads, but the meaning behind it never expired. Today, it's not about avoiding splashes. It's about signaling something deeper. I'm looking out for you. Elite men protect without making it a performance. You're not doing it to be noticed. You're doing it because it's instinct. It says, I'm aware, I'm present, I've got you. That kind of attentiveness doesn't need to be explained, it's felt. And don't overdo it. There's no need to make a grand gesture. If you're walking on the wrong side, simply switch sides at the next natural pause. No announcement necessary. Small as it seems, this move speaks volumes about your mindset. Not just your manners, but your reflex to care, to consider, and to lead quietly. And in a world that often forgets these small details, you'll be remembered for the way you never did. Before we give you the bonus point, if you've made it this far, type class in the comments to show you're part of the community that actually applies what they learn. Bonus point, always wait 1 second before speaking in a group setting. You've seen it before. Someone jumps in, talking fast, trying to prove they belong. But elite men, they do the opposite. They pause, then they speak. A well-timed pause makes your words feel like they matter more. That 1 second, just one, creates space. It shows you're not scrambling for attention. You're in control of it. It's a subtle move, but studies from Princeton and MIT show that people who speak with calm, deliberate pacing are seen as more confident and persuasive. That pause does something powerful. It makes people lean in. Whether you're in a meeting, on a date, or in a debate, your silence speaks before your words do, and it sets the tone. Elite men know this. It's not how fast you talk, it's how intentional you sound. That 1 cent changes everything. To everyone who made it this far, you're not just viewers, you're family. You're why we make these videos. And we're grateful for every watch, like, and comment. Wrap up? Let's make it real. Keep your phone down. Say thank you with style. Don't narrate your bathroom breaks. And most of all, move through life with quiet elegance. If you learned something today, like this video to support the channel and help more people discover it. Subscribe if you want daily content on becoming the best version of yourself, and share this with someone who could use a little elite level polish. Thank you for spending time with us today. We've also handpicked a video on your screen right now that we believe will help you level up even more. Click it, watch it, and as always, we'll see you back here tomorrow.